Alright guys, so since I had failed to record the first time I dipped my car, actually it messed up my bumper a little bit. As you can see, the base coat is gunmetal gray, so this is really thick. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you put enough layers up there, you'll be good. I'm gonna finish off, probably gonna wipe it down a little bit, and then we're gonna spray the base coat. The base coat gunmetal gray right here, and we're gonna just mix it up before we spray. So I got my handy dandy mixer. We're just gonna mix for like 30 seconds. So I like to fill it up. I'll fill it up to about 40. I'm only doing the bumper, so I probably don't need to fill it up that crazy. And it is okay if you make a mess, because again, it is just Plasti dip. It'll just dry and you'll be good to go. Don't forget, guys, to wear, to have a properly ventilated area. Okay. And wear a mask, eye protection, all that stuff. If you're doing your whole car, I would recommend doing that. Since I'm just doing the bumper and I need to do this video with some sort of commentary, I'm not using my mask, but I do have windows and the doors open in my garage. So this is the Wagner. I'm using the Wagner Moto, I think it's called the Moto Coat, to spray this. So let's get going. Alrighty. Alright, so you guys ready? Start spraying. Alright, so remember, get a piece of cardboard to test your spray pattern on. So I got this big piece of cardboard over here that I'm going to test the pattern on. And then we'll get to spraying. So let's go. first coat is going to be just a little dusting, all right? It's not going to be a heavy coat, so just put it on like that. All right, so your first coat is just going to be a really light kind of pass, very light, it's going to kind of look like that. And so basically what you want to do is you want to give the Plasti dip something to stick to a little bit better once you start spraying the heavy coats. All right, so let's get ready to spray the first heavy coat. Remember, 50% overlap on the passes. All right. And before you spray each layer, always make sure that you test on a piece of cardboard first. So let's go. All right, so when you spray the heavy coats, remember don't do too much and don't sit in one spot for too long. Always keep moving. Otherwise, you'll start to get like drips and stuff like that. So just layer it on slowly but surely and you won't get any drips. Let this dry out. Don't worry about if you missed a couple of spots or whatever, because you're gonna be layering it. So try to get as even coverage as you can. But again, remember, you're gonna be layering it. You're gonna put probably I'd say probably about three base coats of the gunmetal gray, 3 heavy coats, and then you're probably gonna do 3 coats of the chocolate ore. So don't worry about, if you kind of, got a little spotty in some areas. Just make sure that on the second pass, on the second coat, that you cover it. All right. Again, you don't want to go too crazy on each coat because you'll get drips. So just go over the areas. That's it. You won't get any drips. So Right now I don't have any runs or drips. Sometimes it happens, but in this particular case I don't have any. So we'll continue when this dries. And how you can tell if it dries is obviously wet paint. You can tell when the paint's wet because it's really reflective. So once it dries, the reflections will actually kind of dissipate and go away, and it'll look more of a matte color. So that's how you know it's dry. Typically it takes about 10 minutes. Alrighty, so now it's time to... Alright, so I got the 3 base coats down. It's silky smooth. Now it's time to put the color down, chocolate ore. So let's just get going. Remember to test out your spray pattern on a piece of, you know. All right, so time for the second coat. Alright, now we're going to peel the tape while it's wet. Make sure you do that wherever there's masking tape. Why are you feeling so bad? Feeling good. I'm good. I did everything that I could. You thought I treated you wrong, and though I was crazy, I think I'm just misunderstood. Why are you feeling so bad? I'm feeling good. Real good. I did everything that I should. I thought I treated